Good afternoon. Today we are starting Unit 2 with Po7. So we're starting off with a power objective. It is important, right? All of math is important, but this is one of those power ones that builds on itself. We are doing I can compare and order rational numbers. We always start our units off with something that's not brand new, and then we build on it. So this isn't anything that's going to be scary. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Right? We're starting off with something that we already have a good idea about. So there are many methods you can use to compare and order rational numbers. So remember, those rational numbers aren't just those whole numbers that we're used to comparing and ordering. It's those integers with the negatives. It's those fractions and decimals. We know how to convert between fractions and decimals. So, let's review our comparing symbols. What is the symbol called? The first one, Henry.
Is it less than?
It is less than. When we read our math, it's like reading our books. We go from left to right. So my first number is less than my second number. So what is my next symbol, Gavin?
Greater than.
Greater than. My first number is greater than my second number. And this last one, everybody tell me, what is it?
Equal to.
Equal to. All right, here are some things to try when comparing the values of rational numbers. First, convert your values to the same form. Make them all fractions or make them all decimals so it's easy to compare them. Makes life so much easier, and you don't make those little mistakes when you convert them all to be the same type of number. Number two, integers. Compare using a number line. Remember, those integers have positives and negatives. Really think about where they fall on the number line. Fractions. Compare your values to 0, a half, or 1. So if I look at 7/12 and I'm comparing it to 4/11, I'm going to say, okay, is one of them really close to 0 or really close to 1? Nope. So now I'm going to compare them to that halfway part. What is half of 12? Finley? 6. What is half of 11?
What was it?
Finley?
5.5.
5.5, 5.5, right? So 7 is bigger than a half, but 4 is less than that half. So I don't have to get common denominators and go through all of that work. I can say, well, I know 7/12 is greater than 4/11 because 7/12 is bigger than a half and 4/11 is less than a half. So I can use that halfway mark to really help me without having to do extra work. Because I'm all about letting us do those little fun little things that we can do to save ourselves a little bit of work. Fractions. Use equivalent fractions to get common denominators and compare the numerators. Because sometimes you might have like 5/8 and 9/19. Oh, goodness, they're both just above a half. I don't know which one is greater because they're both a little bit over. So I might need to find the common denominator. I just pulled this out of my head. It's hard to find that common denominator with those ones. We don't have to actually do that math. But I'm just letting you know, sometimes comparing it to that 0, half, and 1 doesn't work, and we need to do common denominators. So sometimes you do have to do that work. Decimals, stack your decimals. Add zeros to fill the empty digits and compare the digits in the columns from left to right. So when we had that 0.65 and 0.653, had we stacked them and put a 0 in there, we would see 0.650 is less than 0.653. right? So stacking can help you with your decimals. Do not just look at how far away from the denominator is the numerator. 2/5 is very different from 37/40, even though they are both 3 away. 2/5 is 3 away from 5. 37/40 is 3 away from that 40. Very different numbers. 2/5 is small, it's less than a half. 37/40 is almost 1 whole. Very different. So, the first part, we're just using our symbols, less than, greater than, or equal to. So if we look at our first one, -7 compared to -10. Less than, greater than, or equal to. Who has a guess besides Henry? I think more of us know. -7 compared to -10. Ellen?
-7.
Less than, greater than, or equal to.
All greater than.
-7 is greater than -10, because when we look at that number line, remember our negative numbers, that -10 is to the left of -7. Going to the right are bigger numbers, going to the left are smaller numbers. So you think, well, 7 is smaller than 10, but that negative sign turns it all around. All right, so you're just putting your symbols on the line, greater than, less than, or equal to. Then on the bottom here, you're ordering the integers from least to greatest. It's those negative numbers. If you need to draw your number line, draw a number line across the bottom and use it. There's nothing wrong with using a number line to help us with our negative numbers. Use the number line. We can put that on a help sheet going into the next test. You can have a number line on it to help you. Nothing wrong with that. Second page. This time we're comparing our decimals. You can stack them if you want to help you with the comparing. You don't have to, but you can. Then we're ordering our decimals from least to greatest. Again, you can stack them, making sure you line up your decimals, filling in the empty spaces with zeros. Then comparing those fractions. We have 3/6 and 5/10. Less than, greater than, or equal to. What do you think, Henry?
Equal to.
Equal. How did you know they were equal, Henry?
Because 3 times 2 equals 6, 5 times 10 equals 10, so they're both 1/2.
Not 5 times 10, 5 times 2
Or
equals
5
10.
times 2.
If we simplified them both down and divided that 3 out, divided the 5 out, they would both equal 1/2. So they can simplify down to that same number of a half. Henry was able to look at it and say, oh, I can see 3/6 is a half, 5/10 is a half. You can always simplify down to check those. What do we do when we have something like this? 13/4 and 2 3/4, what do we have to do? Madeline,
Make the deposit fraction a mixed number.
make them both mixed numbers. How many times does 4 go into 13? 3. What fraction are we left with, Henry?
1/4.
Now I look at it and I say, okay, I have 3 1/4 and 2 3/4. This is easy to compare. Compare those whole numbers first. What's bigger, 3 or 2? Right, the 3 is bigger than the 2, so I know just by switching one of those. You always want to compare same things. We don't want to compare improper to a mixed. Keep them the same. On the bottom, you're going to order the fractions, order the decimals, and this one has a mixed set. Like we talked about at the beginning, make them all fractions or make them all decimals so we can compare them correctly. Kind of went quickly through this because I wanted to give you work time to answer questions. Do we have any questions before I stop the recording? How are we feeling about the comparing the numbers? Show me your thumbs. Okay, if we're a little unsure, come see me, all right? If you finish with it, check to make sure your Khan Academy is done. Work on your math packet. Okay, we've got lots of math to do. Work on practice works for retakes for tomorrow. If you get practice works done, you can turn them into my blue tray for me to start correcting. All right, so lots of math for us to do. If you are watching this at home, I hope you are well and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day and don't forget to like and subscribe.